Hey guys, welcome back to Gamelander here. Today we're doing a review of the the series Pennyworth that's now on HBO Max. So for this series overall, there are 2 seasons out now. There's a 3rd one coming. So we'll be focusing on season by season. So currently today we're doing season 1. So season 1 started out very interesting. We had introduced to Alfred Pennyworth. I think I didn't like the change that they made that, because I remember in one of the Batman animated series or something like that, they were stated that the Pennyworths it's historically the Pennyworths basically serving the Waynes. So having them not historically be that in this series, that's the only part. That's one of the parts that kind of rubbed me the wrong way in terms of not really getting overly upset, because I can understand why they made a change, because you probably, especially when they introduced Thomas Wayne, and so I see they want to build up like a friendship between them instead of that make it seem like, oh, it's just legacy something. So but I understand the change that I made, but I think I would have preferred if they stick more like the Pennyworths are historically like, I guess service to the Wayne, and so in a way it's on premise of loyalty, not really because they want to do it, but loyalty to the family and everything. But I understand why they did it this way. I think it's to add more levity to their relationship, Albert and Pennyworth relationship. So I understand. The only thing I really didn't like that kind of strained me out is when, I think it was episode 3 or 4-ish, where it seemed to be like a attraction between Martha Wayne, which would be Martha Wayne in the future, because Thomas and Martha aren't married as yet in the series. So it was interesting. It kind of weirded me out that they made him kind of a connection, romantic connection type of thing, attraction type of thing. I don't know. It just weirded it out to me, and for a while, it make it seem like, how can you go work for a man that is basically, the woman that you might have attraction to at the time when I saw that happen. But as the season progressed, you saw that they kind of, apart from that scene, they kind of just went back to be platonic, and Martha and Thomas started to get closer and closer as the season progressed. And I thought that was an interesting one. I'm glad they didn't go down the love thing between Albert and Martha. Yeah, there's a few things that I noticed about Alfred Pennyworth character, is that a lot of the behaviors that he have, like the disappearing, because there was one scene where literally disappear in the middle of mid-conversation, someone talking, I guess having a good sway with the female species, it kind of reminds me of Bruce in a sense, and in a way it kind of makes sense, because after Bruce's parents tragically passed, Alfred raised him, and I see a lot of those qualities in Bruce, especially in particular Batman. And it's just an interesting one just to see that. It just reminds me of, Bruce, Batman, every time I see him do something like that. Even how he dresses and carry himself, it looks kind of, Bruce flamboyantness, I guess. So that was really interesting to see. I don't know if it was intentional or just something that just came across because of the actor and stuff, but it was interesting to see. The female characters in this series are great. I like all of them, if not all of them. There wasn't anyone that really, I think only one was kind of nice was Thomas' sister, but she was dreaded, so I guess she was kind of played to be annoying. But apart from her, like, everybody else was really fantastic. Alfred's mother was great. Yeah, the females in the series was great. You believe the characters that they're playing and stuff. Like, a lot of problems with this series is not having nothing with the characters and the acting, or even in the show not being entertaining, because the show is entertaining. I think certain things were just forced, especially certain plot lines, and I truly understand even why a former sergeant of Alfred would have killed Alfred's girlfriend. Fiance basically. I don't understand why. Even to the end of season 1, I still kind of don't understand why. Just because someone used to probably badmouth you back in the day, that just seemed like a weird thing to really do. So I was really looking forward to like probably someone used them, and because of the hatred they had for Alfred, you just did it. I was looking forward to see that, but it didn't really unfold that way. The most it unfolds that he did it on his own accord, and his family is wealthy, so they're just trying to protect him. But that doesn't necessarily mean that anyone used him. That means that he just is crazy, which is just a weird thing to do. Like, there was, I think it was episode 8 or 9 too, where the basically villain for this season was out making a speech, and the police came in and was trying to disband the crowd basically, and the guy just said stop, and police just stopped. I thought that was a weird and almost cartoonish of them to do. I think it was a weird thing for the writers to even consider doing. It was very cartoonish. Like, at a point when that happened, that was one of the points where I was like, what the hell? Are we watching? Is this cartoon or something? It was really stupid to me. I didn't like that at all. But all in all, I didn't really take away from the scene. But what else can we say about this series? Like, it's a very good show for what it is. Season 1 is very good for what it is. It's not anything great by any means, but it's not anything horrible by any means. I would personally say it's entertaining enough to grab your attention, but if you pay attention, there are certain writings that I didn't like, but probably you would like them. But for me, there's certain contrivances that I didn't really see. Well, one of the interesting episodes when they tried to introduce like the devil, a guy with a goat head, like 8 to like probably 12 eyes. I don't remember how much eyes that dude had, but the goat head had it. But that was like 2 episodes and didn't really go anywhere after that fact. But I hope we get to probably see more of it in season 2 or something. Very interesting to see. But all in all, how the season end was really great. And I think it put the Pennyworth in a weird place, because now it put Pennyworth in a very strange place, and I'm interested to see how how Alfred move on, how the family, Alfred, his mom move on from all that has happened. It's just very interesting to see. Like, and even the Queen had a thing for Alfred. Like, what? Yeah, but. I said this guy's like Bruce Wayne before Bruce Wayne was even Bruce Wayne. He's like but yeah, I do like the fact that Alfred is a more hardened person. I do like the fact that even though he's a soldier, he doesn't necessarily like killing, but he will not stray from it. He would do it to protect the ones he love, and to protect the ones he love, and for his own freedom, and to get revenge on the person that wrongs the one that has wronged the ones he loves. So I think his characterization is very interesting, and to explore the butler before he becomes the guardian of the Batman is very interesting, and I was glad to see it, and I hope season 2 is great also, because I feel like it's gonna be great, but I just really hope it does. But all in all, for this season, like, it has its strong points, it has its weaknesses like any other series. It's not a perfect series, but it's a very enjoyable and watchable series. You can be entertained, and it will hold your attention for the most part. There are certain plot lines I hope they tighten up in season 2. There are certain things I hope they did better in season 2, but for now, it's a very great series. I very much enjoyed and very entertained by this series and all. And I think this is one of the good DC series that is not necessarily produced by Warner Bros. To be honest, which is kind of weird. But I still enjoy it anyway. It's a very fun ride, and you guys should definitely check it out if you haven't already. So without further ado, guys, thank you guys for being here. Like, subscribe, and leave a comment on the video. This was a very short review compared to the rest. So I hope you enjoyed, and see you guys next time. Peace, Gamelander.